we are back in the Wizarding World.
And it feels like the Wizarding World this time, a little more, to me at least, than what we felt with the first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I do enjoy the fact that it is set in Paris.
Yeah, a little different flavor. We had America, and then we had London, and now we have Paris. But there were many things about the Wizarding World, at least coming back into Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Part 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, that we liked. So, things you liked.
I really like the set pieces, like I said, with Paris, and then, of course, the costumes were great.
I was gonna say the costumes as well. I also actually really love Jude Law as young Dumbledore. I mean, Dumbledam.
Yeah.
Dumbledam.
The man has some swagger for sure.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you bring that up, because when we were talking after the movie, I was like, he does kind of embody both Richard Harris and Michael Gambon in certain areas where there needs to be that both of the balance, which is kind of cool that he was able to kind of bring both of them together, which is what Dumbledore is.
And I think he took that approach too. That's kind of what he said he wanted to do with it, was kind of cherry pick the best parts of both of those actors and form what he thinks, you know, a young Dumbledore would have liked, and that we see later on when he's older as both Richard Harris and Michael Gambon.
Oh, it was so exciting to go back to Hogwarts too.
Yes! Oh, the castle! Seeing the castle just made me so happy.
And to me, that's something that I was really looking forward to, just partly because James Newton Howard did the score for the first one. For me, it was forgettable then, but here, obviously throwing in that Harry Potter theme, and I think he really hit his stride and figured out his characters, at least tonally what he can do with the music, and as well, the characters. I still love all the characters from the first movie into this movie, and we got more of Johnny Depp. I did enjoy Grindelwald, but at the same time, I need more. I still need more for him to convince me, because in this one, we're getting very deceptive Grindelwald. We're not getting who Grindelwald really is. He's basically playing a political game right now, and I really want to get down to it and see who Grindelwald really is. Grindelwald, as they call him. And it's going to take some time to see that.
Yeah, I really liked a lot of the scenes that happened. There was a lot of, it was action-packed. Action-packed, baby. But it was great. I like I enjoyed, okay, to be fair, I kind of enjoyed this movie a little bit more than I did the last movie.
The first one.
Right, the first one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. I also, when it comes down to issues though, I was turning in my seat multiple times just because of a little bit of boredom. Maybe I was tired, but there were those moments where I kind of perked up a bit, but in between I was getting a little drab for me.
There was a lot of exposition going on in this movie. There wasn't a whole lot of, okay, we kind of have resolved, and I understand that because there are more movies coming out now, but I would have loved to also see where they can maybe try to find a balance where you do kind of get resolved, but there's also exposition for another movie. And I felt like all we got was just like, oh, here's something that is gonna build up to something later. And
maybe in the next movie, maybe 2 movies down. Yeah, they are going the long game with it. This felt like chapter 2 of a lot more to come.
I'm not quite sure about Johnny Depp as Grindelwald though too. Like, okay. I know that you were like, well, I'm hoping that I can see more for him, but for me, I was just kind of saying, there were some times I was like, okay, I guess I can kind of see it, but then at the same time, like, I just see Johnny Depp.
Yeah, anytime that he spoke, all I heard was Captain Jack Sparrow, which, you know, is not a bad thing. I just think that for the Wizarding World, you know, I mean, Jack Sparrow's a pirate, this is wizards,
It's a little too soon. It's very close to what we have gotten most recently from Johnny Depp. And I gotta say, shoehorning. There is shoehorning plot in connecting the tissue to the Wizarding World that I feel like it's a rope-a-dope to me right now, to where it's like, well, we gotta wait a while to find out what's really going on, but I feel like they're doing things just to do them, and it's gonna make some people mad because it feels like a shoehorn for sure.
It definitely does. If you've seen it, then you understand what we're talking about, but if you haven't seen it, yeah, I mean, what they put in the movie, it was kind of just like a bam, like they wanted to put there, so you're like, oh my God. But at the same time, it's like,
You're like, wait a minute, we don't know the tale of this information.
Yeah, but it's like,
we thought we knew it all, but is there more?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, let's just put this in here because it seems interesting and it's another way to kind of connect them.
When it comes to Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, there are some awesome, very awesome and magical badass things. I really like the opening and I like the ending. Not so much the ending, but the ending before the ending, and you'll know what we mean when you watch it.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, for me, I want to give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, for right now, I'm gonna get, I love Harry Potter, I love this world, but if I'm being honest, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 too.
Oh, copycat.
Yeah.
And we're going for a triple copycat because that was going to be my score as well.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot that is really, really great. One other thing that I was going to mention were there's quite a few Easter eggs. So, you know, I mean, if you've been following the Harry Potter world for, what's it been, like 20-something years
great.
now, something like that, you're definitely going to see a lot of Easter eggs that take you back to it. Some are more obvious than others. But it was really, really great. And I actually couldn't think of a better way to spend a Friday night, November the 16th, which coincidentally is the day that the first Harry Potter movie was released 17 years ago.
And that's why we got Jenna. Happy to have Jenna back. Jenna will be appearing in more of our videos coming up in the future. We're happy she is back. So thank you guys so much for watching our non-spoiler review for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Crimes of Grindelwald. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kicking the party, fill the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. Thank you so much. And as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
And this party is...
Hey, did you guys see that new wizard or whatever it's called? It's pretty cool, man. It's magical. Oh,